If all these speculations are old, they are also surprisingly new because of this point that we have attempted to make, namely that almost all psychotherapy takes for granted that the disturbance to man's outer nature arises from the disturbance in his psychic life, and this disturbance is conflict. If the psychic life was identical with the objective life, there would be no reason for this conflict. If it knew no more than the objective faculty, there would be no reason for conflict. But if, as in the case of a family, a parent having a greater wisdom beholds in a child an action contrary to its good, it becomes the duty of this parent to in some way instruct or correct that child. It appears, therefore, that it is forever the duty of the psychic self to instruct or correct the body, the personality, and the objective mind. And where the body or the mind depart from ways of righteousness, the soul communicates its displeasure by a series of intensive symbolic experiences. Thus, perhaps the modern and the old meet. We are dealing with different words, but with essentially the same ideas. We have already analyzed or discussed at some length the reasons why the psychic life apparently is better able to reach man during sleep than at any other time. Because during this period, the objective dissenter is temporarily suspended. As Buddha points out, the machinery of the sensory perception having ceased, man is relieved of the pressure of the appearances of things, and is therefore relieved of this feeling that most people have. What I see is true. If you can't fool me, I saw it with my own eyes. And the individual who says, these things I have seen, these things I have experienced on my own skin, these things which I do not like or which may not be happy are nevertheless true because I have recorded them. And I have recorded them exactly and precisely with the assistance of the sensory perception. The person saying this is in a highly defensive position. He is in a position in which he finds it necessary to live in conformity with these testimonies of things seen and heard and known through immediate contact. Yet these things in themselves are highly relative. Even one very careful thought about the world we live in will reveal to us that the conduct of the creatures of our own kind making up this world, this conduct is more unreasonable, more inconsistent, and more fantastic than a nightmare. Actually, the things that we accept and see and regard as realities because they are occurring in our physical experience, these things are many of them completely unreasonable, and as far as validity is concerned, they are not by any means actually true. Yet we have a kind of truth based upon external material experience. This kind of truth can be important, but only if we light it from within ourselves. On the other hand, we are not all consciously able to light it. We are not consciously able to take the things that happen to us and cause them to be the immediate conscious cause of growth. Nature is concerned with the advancement of lives, the advancement of the consciousness of beings. Man himself lives for many years, sometimes an entire lifetime, without ever having truly accepted the challenge of the experiences which have occurred to him. He has passed through these things, he either has enjoyed them or he has suffered because of them, and he goes no further in his estimation. He is definitely opposed to that which hurts him. He is definitely desirous of cultivating that which pleases him. And beyond these attitudes, there is very little logic. Actually, therefore, man's hope of gaining the necessary experience from action is that this experience be justly measured, weighed, and estimated by some faculty in man. Plato regards this faculty as the soul. That the soul, therefore, is the initiator. The soul is the power by means of which meaning, essential meaning, is contributed to experience. Now, essential meaning is very different from apparent meaning. For we can create and have created two kinds of code. One is the code of man, and the other is the code of God or nature. One may be regarded as the code of sacred things, and the other of profane things. For the most part, man has not built his material way of life upon a divine code. He has built it very largely upon a pattern of compromises down through time. These compromises are never entirely satisfactory and are frequently the cause of his troubles.